Welcome, everybody, to a new episode of the Two Sides of a Coin podcast, episode 161. I'm one of your hosts, Frank. Of course, my AK is anything you guys want to call me. I'm here today with only one out of the other two co-hosts of mine. To the right is Triple D Helicopter Man himself, DeLeon. Here, plug in Brian's helicopter sound.
I can't make it myself.
I know. So, hopefully we figure out a soundbite one day.
Yeah.
Like I stated, Brian is not here today, so it's just me and Delson. And it's kind of funny because when I found out, obviously it was just because of circumstances, but found out that today was going to be another episode of You and Me, of Just Us Two. And last episode it was Just Us Two, and it was us coming into the football season. This one is Just Us Two. Now we're coming into the NBA season.
Look at that.
Look at that, right? Like, it's like every time it's you and me, it's like...
Brian doesn't like sports.
Give us the sports section, yeah. The sports stuff, but yeah, Brian doesn't like sports. Anyways, yeah, welcome everybody, of course, to another episode of the Two Sides of a Coin podcast. We obviously want to start with thanking everybody who has listened, watched, engaged with our clips, our videos, our, actual audio. We highly, truly appreciate it. Of course, everyone who always even writes us, to the usual casual people who fuck with us, we really, really appreciate it, of course. As usual, you can find our podcast on...
If you don't know already, you can find us at twosidespodcast.com. That's spelled out, TWO. Same at Two Side Podcast is our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff.
Yep.
And then our YouTube is also... youtube.com/@twosidespodcast. If you can't find us there, you can just type in twosidepodcast.com/YouTube. Subscribe. The best way you can support our show is by sharing our show, and we hope to continue to do it as long as you
sending Dels nudes.
I appreciate a good nude on a Tuesday afternoon, so if you're willing, I'm willing to receive them. Women. How to make that clear? I didn't make that clear.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was waiting before I threw the pause in there.
Yeah, no, I put it in there. I put it in there because I like to put it in there.
Strictly women, correct?
Yes, I like to put it in there.
Nothing else.
I like to put it in there.
No other sexes or creatures, in a sense, like animals.
I like to put it in there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you can find us on all those beautiful, wonderful streaming sites and platforms. To tune into our weekly show. Obviously, we weren't here last week due to certain things that came up. It happens, unfortunately, for us. This week, it kind of was going to happen the same, but me and Delson like, no, we got to drop something for the streets. Because the streets been asking where we at.
I said
they hate when we go ghost random, especially when we on a roll.
I was thinking it was for the hoes. But...
For the hoes?
Yeah,
I mean, you for the hoes, not me. I'm a good guy. I go to God every Sunday, Go to home, church. Love my girl.
That's okay to love your girl. You can still do it for the hoes.
That is true. You could.
Keep your girl on her toes,
I can't say that, though, so.
You can't say it. You can't say it.
You can't say it. Yeah.
Because it's important, like going to the gym as a married person, like you keeping yourself fit to keep your girl on her toes. Like she got to stay, with it. And you doing it for the hoes is the same thing.
Yeah,
no
I guess you're
just
right.
a different exercise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess you're right. You just can't tell your girl that the other side of what you're doing that specifically for, possibly. It's like an insurance plan, right? Now it's like, hey, I'm staying fit. Yeah, it's because of my health, my personal benefit. But it's also if you try to act up, bitch. Shorty waiting on me.
I gotta keep my knife sharp.
Exactly. I like that.
That's how it is. I mean, it's not with the purpose of using the knife.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not the purpose of going to the gun range to shoot the gun so you can practice the gun outside. It's just to always be ready. And right. Keeping that little bit of drop of danger in a relationship, I think is important.
A little bit of insecurity, a little drop of it.
I think a little drop of insecurity is very important for a relationship. Because when motherfuckers get comfortable is when motherfuckers stop loving each other the right way.
Yeah.
See how I flipped that around?
Yeah, I agree. Because me personally, I'm insecure as fuck. I've been cheated on like 500 times.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
fuck them bitches, by the way.
On her. Yeah, fuck them. But I know I'm going to keep Alexis on her toes. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't about to fall off.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't trying to fall off.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I fall off, then it's over.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to go, to the streets and cop me something.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Like, every time I get paid, like, you know how, like, you take your girl out on a Friday because it's dinner date night, whatever? My dinner date is, like, always somebody different.
Mm.
And it usually takes place in my car or at the strip club.
I'm going to tell you, man. That's not fulfilling, man. You don't want that life.
I don't. I really don't, Dels. But you know what? I think that would be the path I'm going to take.
That's the next one?
I think that's the next. Look,
it's so bang or bust, because that's going to definitely be bust.
I've been through so much pain at this point. It's like, what? This, Alexis' last straw. It said, if we don't work out, I'm in the streets. I don't want to date. I just want to buy pussy. Okay? Want to buy pussy, no strings attached. Get my nut off. Go home, play my video games.
You're cute, man. You don't have to buy it. You can get one that will give it to you away for free.
I don't know, brother.
Your headphone escaping.
It's escaping. Hey, don't worry, guys. I'm getting new headphones. These are like 5 years old, by the way.
I know, bro.
These are like our OGs from like our first podcast. So I got to get new headphones. I forgot actually the other pair at home, which is fine. But yes.
But anyways, I think it's important for you to not tell yourself that. I think you can't say like, "Oh, I'm gonna quit."
I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. It's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard when you're constantly out here, giving it your all.
Yeah.
You learned the ROTC jackhammer from the Kama Sutra Don.
Mm-hmm.
He taught you, and you do all those moves and things. You think you're keeping them happy, D.
Yeah.
And guess what they're doing? They're being flim flams.
I'm gonna keep it a B with you,
they're
bro.
texting and saying, "Oh, I like that." What does that mean? Why you like that, bitch?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it a B, man. It's not easy to keep him entertained. It's either you give him the RTC jackhammer, right? And it's too much. You're like, oh, I can't deal with that.
Oh,
and then you don't give him the RTC jackhammer. It's like, that's it. You're always gonna be the losing battle, bro.
Never a winner.
Never a winner.
Never a winner. Yeah.
But if you give someone the RTC jackhammer, and she said that's just right, like a pool water.
She the one.
She taps the toe in like, that's the one.
That's the one.
I think so.
That's the one you just gotta risk it all with.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm 4 years and counting. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah, but your situation is different. It's like you're choosing not to be with these people because you're not finding the one that you feel like fulfills it all, right? Or what you're looking for. For me, it's like they ain't coming.
Oh, come on.
Like even the big ones.
The doodle mamas?
Not even them.
I should have said that out here. I should have said that. My bad.
Now they're going to know our signal.
Yeah. You see the doodle mamas?
Anytime we come around, they're going to know what we say.
I'm going to keep it a buck. Like anybody that heard that, you've never heard doodle mamas in your life.
We got that from our friend Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. You know for a fact what a doodle mama looks like. Just go. Just think about it. Just say doodle mama out loud and you're ready. You're going to picture somebody instantly. Like, just yell it out in Walmart and see what happens. Like Walmart is where you would find them. Go to Walmart on John Young and just yell it out really loud in the middle of like aisle 5.
You're gonna see them all from the snack aisle.
Oh. Like it's like a big ass horn, like one of those war horns.
They got the donut sticks and zebra cakes in the car.
Anyways, man. So yeah, we've been off a week. Obviously, we like to catch up what we've been doing since the last cast. I'll go first, just to start it off. So, since the last show, a lot of shit has happened, Dels. First and foremost, again, I don't know if on one of the episodes I had talked about that time that my, like, fucking plumbing pipe burst.
Yeah, you did.
You happened again, brother. Same shit. This time,
same spot?
Same shit. And the funniest thing is, like I said last time, the first time it happened, they sent like a 16-year-old kid at like 9 o'clock at night to do this shit. He was by himself. And me and Alexis like had to hold our iPhone lights to help him. So I'm like, all right. And then Alexis was like, at that time, she was like, I don't think he did this shit right. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It works, bitch. Come on. So this time I wake up. It was last Friday. I wake up fucked up. My fucking whole yard was like coming up from water, bro. I was like, what the fuck? So I see the neighbor coming out of her house, and I'm like, yo, mind you, I didn't even know I owned pliers. I do own pliers. I just didn't know I had them. I'm like, yo, because her husband let me use them last time. I'm like, yo, you got pliers? My shit fucked up. She's like, oh, I don't know. My husband's not here. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm fucked. Eventually, I got the pliers, whatever. So I went to go turn off my water, bro. Oh, my God, this is the worst. Turn off my water, dogs. As I went to go turn off my water, I put my whole hand inside of an fire ant pile. Fuck my hand up, bro. Bad. Look, I know you. It's like now recovering. These were way worse, though. Like blisters.
They look like he got chicken pox.
Yes, they were bad, bro. Like, I didn't even know, but I didn't notice.
Oh, like, of course.
3 minutes, dog. These motherfuckers are hanging off my arm. I'm like, oh, shit. So, I do that. That happens to me. And you know what? This is... All right, the first time I told you, it was a 16-year-old white boy.
Yeah.
This is the first time when I'm, like, in my life that I sat somewhere outside of a barbershop that I knew certain races are meant to help me.
Yeah.
2 Dominican guys came through, just knew Spanish only.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking to me in Spanish. They're like, oh, tigre, mira, no sé qué es esto, está malo. I'm like, oh, yeah, lo cortó tan pequeño, lo vamos a hacer todo otra vez. Bro, they switched out the whole shit, maybe like 10 minutes, fixed my shit up, put new sand. Did I see, no sé who did that? Basically in Spanish, that shit was fucked up. I'm like, but I felt confident. Like, I felt like they were my uncles and they came to come help me. You know
There's something about it.
I was like, I don't want y'all sending no more white people to my crib to fix nothing.
It's so crazy that you say that, but there's just certain things that you trust with certain people. And I don't know if it's
Hispanics,
a race.
Vehicles, I don't know why I feel
haircuts,
Hispanics. Especially,
Dominican specifically.
Dominican for me, especially. I need
Puerto
a Dominican
Ricans can
person
do it.
to cut my hair.
Dominicans can.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans can definitely do it.
Puerto Rican right now.
Puerto Ricans can definitely do it, but they lean on the side that's more clean cut than, like, they'll go extra thin on the eyebrows.
Yeah.
They might do a little extra, and that's okay because some people like that, but that's just not.
The thing with Dominican barbers too, bro, is that the difference between like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, like you have more Afrocentric people in Dominican Republic.
You're well
so
versed.
they know how to deal with that type of coerced hair as well as straight hair, or like, you know, and Puerto Rican people just really know how to deal with more so like the long straight hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what for me makes Dominicans, they're like the fucking LeBron James of haircuts, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. That's why you see a Dominican salon. They might not have a single Dominican person working in there, but they know that's gonna bring some eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So them motherfuckers. Yeah.
But yeah, you're right, bro. Like that right there was like certain things for me. Certain people gotta come and fix my shit. It can't just be like, now I know that it's a lesson learned. But yeah, that shit fucking sucked. What else? What else in between, brother? What else in between? Damn, bro. Actually, I thought about it. We haven't casted since our first legit, when we talked about the Drake album. And ever since it was
Brian's birthday.
It was Brian's birthday. Quick update. We talked already in person. I told you. I moved it up to an 8. Mm-hmm. It's an 8 in my book, guys. If you're looking here. I had to sit with it longer. I definitely fucking with it. Still not my favorite. I'm still sitting on there. I haven't moved that. But I didn't want to be one of those who didn't come back and say, if I change my mind and not stand on it, I stand on my, you know, it's not in the upper echelon of my favorite projects, but I'm highly enjoying it in a year that me and Delson were just talking about. Like, hip hop is in the dumps, brother.
Yeah, it's just trash.
Like, we were just telling Delson, hey, how do we go from a year like, what, I guess maybe it was 2018 when fucking Travis dropped, what's that shit called?
You thinking Rodeo?
No, what was the album that went crazy? Astroworld. Like, that year was kind of like when everybody started saying, oh yeah, hip hop is number one. This is it. This is the new genre, the number beat, you know, outgrew rock and roll. And then what? Since then, like, maybe the last year or so, like, hip hop is taken a turn that I can't really explain outside of the depths of a lot of artists that we thought were going to take off.
I'm going to be honest with you.
And yeah, man, I don't know, bro.
I'm going to tell you exactly when it happened.
CD Girls got millions of dollars and only sold 5 to 6K. How does that work?
I'm going to tell you exactly the moment that the pendulum swung. And it's not funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is legit when it happened. To me, when there was a song with 3 letters that topped the Billboard charts.
3 letters?
By a Dominican girl.
I don't know what song that is, bro. You got to tell me.
She's Dominican, right?
Ooh, D.
What's Cardi B from?
Yeah, she's half Dominican, also Trini.
Trini, that's the other mix. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cardi B, when she came out with WAP and it topped the charts, ever since that moment, it's been a decline.
Yeah?
Ever since that moment.
Why? Are you saying that because of that specific song, or are you just saying that for some reason?
That at that point, that's when I remember how, like, I don't remember music that was memorable to me since that time. From a Billboard charts perspective, because there's been albums that I like since then.
Yeah.
But that was the moment where it reached the top, and it's like, all right, we're just putting out whatever.
Yeah.
And whatever we want, like whatever type of music, whatever it sounds like, whatever the topic of matter is, or whatever the fuck it is, it's the top. Like, this is the highest moment. And ever since that moment, all I remember is music getting worse and worse.
That's a great point you make, only because of the song you just used as an example. Like, Cardi B and Megan just dropped another song maybe like 3 months ago called Bong. And that was supposed to go, and it didn't go. They didn't go, bro. And they're about to drop another song together. So, like, you guys went from your first song you put out as a number 1 hit. You know, granted, you know, you and me aren't. That's not a song for us. But it did what it did, and now you try to do it again, and it falls on super deaf ears, and now you're either, like, double downing by trying to drop another song. I know you don't know about that, but just for you, the fact that you said that without knowing that clicked with me. Like, damn, that is a great point. Like, they just had a number 1 record a couple years ago, and now they're like fighting to get their one of their newer records on the charts, which is like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's the massive shift to people liking, like, straight up Hispanic driven music with, you know, these more so Hispanic artists. Like, for example, this dude, what's his name? The Dominican artist. He just signed like a $90 million deal, dog.
El Alfa.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't tell you a song from him, but I know you would be able to tell me, like, yo, bro, he got a song that go crazy.
He has a lot of songs.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's songs that go crazy that, it might not be for us, but these are songs that people are playing at get-togethers, at establishments, at parties, because it's making the shit move. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what people are into right now. It's just what's making people move at functions. Maybe nobody wants to hear the trap music anymore, dog. Like, the same, it does get repetitive and redundant. I agree. Granted, I love the Gunna album this year. As trap as it
that's
was,
probably one of the better.
Fuck.
That's probably one of the better albums of this year when it comes to hip hop.
1000% agree.
I don't like Young Thugs.
I didn't even like listen to it more than once, to be honest. That's how I know
it's not for me. Yeah. It's just not. I mean, at the end of the day, the reason why I've used that particular song as like a focal point is that what are we really listening to?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that shit is bullshit. Like, think about what the topic of conversation of that song is. Like, I don't relate to any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just whack. Like, that's just not. There's nothing about it other than a gimmick. Like, that shit reminds me of what's this shit with the Sir Mix-a-Lot and shit. The old shit from the 80s.
I don't know, bro.
The Big Butts Don't Lie. What's the name of that song? How's it called?
Okay.
That's to me is a gimmick. It's a gimmick ass song, right? But nobody relates to the music that comes out anymore. I don't relate to none of this shit. Like, that shit doesn't hit. That doesn't strike a chord with me. Even, like, think about it, like, the biggest star in the world, Drake, drops an album and everybody's like, it's okay. Nobody's, like, fucking with it like that because it's just not. I don't know if it's not relatable. The quality of the music's good. Like, the beats are good. Like, he has the best engineers.
I think it's just back to what we said in the first time we had the episode. It's just the same thing from Drake. You know, like, after 15 years of it, at some point, you know, you have the same play every Monday for 15 years. You're going to get tired of it.
But you also got to consider.
It's not that it's a bad dish. It's still good. You're going to eat it. Oh, it's still good. But you just.
But think about it like
switch
this.
Switch it up a little bit.
Think about it like this. If you compare, right? If you're in jail and all you eat is fucking goulash, right? You're in jail, you eat goulash, and then somebody brings you a burger from McDonald's. That burger from McDonald's is going to be fire. You're going to call it fire.
Facts.
In this scenario, I'm going to call Drake the burger from McDonald's.
I get what you're saying.
And goulash is all the other bullshit music we've been hearing all year, right? You would think that people would think of it highly, but they still think it's like a shitty goulash meal. Like, people are just put in the same category. Mm-hmm. Do I think it's because people can't relate? That's probably the closest thing that I can explain. But other than that, I mean, it's just not quality. Like, people just ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's more so the quality too of music lately. Maybe that's what's turning people off. I couldn't tell you, man. When you got people like Blueface out here that are making money, and I don't get how. These are the type of rappers that are getting the attention. Like, these are the rappers that are getting the attention in the hip hop space, not the ones out here giving us a quick 20 bars on a fucking, old school fucking 50 Cent beat. Like, some shit. Like, we're not talking about people like that. We're talking about people who are out here having their babies on Instagram Live. Like, it's just a different time of how we're talking about hip hop and the artists and the people who are indulged in that culture in 2023, bro. It's a really, really different conversation.
And are people being fucking creative anymore? Like, I don't see anything different in the shit that always comes out all the fucking time. Honestly, and I don't want this to sound like a biased pick because I've been a fan of him since the beginning, but the last album that I saw somebody was a little creative, a little funky with it was like Tyler, Creator. He does like his own shit. That's
a good point.
And I like his album because it was a rap album, but that's old. Like, it was last year.
You made my earthquake. I love that song.
But that was his. I'm talking about the album after that.
Oh,
with
my bad.
DJ Drama.
I forgot. But that's a great album too.
But you get what I'm saying.
Flower Boy was good.
You get what I'm saying?
Some great albums, man.
He does. He does.
They all sound different from each other.
And he does his own shit. But I don't feel like any other artist is creative like that. Nobody's recreating anything. Everybody's just doing the same shit.
Yeah.
Hoping for the best. Like Lil Baby, I thought he was going to be a superstar, but his music isn't saying that.
The second album was essentially just
only 21. Anything he drops is fire lately, though.
I love 21, man. I will say that 21 is definitely somebody that I don't know if I need his sound to change because I like it so much, just how it is, because it's so 21.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he has such a unique sound. Like, I could just fuck with your trap music. Yeah. I don't need to listen to the other 30. 21 is enough for me.
What about
everybody else?
Do you think now that he's getting divorced that Pastor Jeezy might save hip hop?
Did we talk when we talked about cast last time? Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we mentioned it. Maybe not last episode, but the episode before that.
Oh, okay.
That he's getting divorced.
We knew that he's getting divorced.
Yeah.
I just can't remember what we talked about.
He might. At least he'll save it for me.
Oh, we talked about it. Yeah, he about to drop.
Heartbreak music is the best thing ever.
Yeah, dude, come out. He gonna talk that shit on there too. Everybody's gonna wait for that album from Jeezy if he does do one, which I'm pretty sure he will. Like, just to see what he says about that whole marriage shit with his ex-wife. So, yeah, man. I don't know.
Also, speaking of music, while we're here, Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign are dropping an album that's supposed to drop next weekend.
I read some. I didn't know if it was an album. I read some like they were going to do a show or some shit, but they're going to drop a whole project.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I would like to hear that. Ty Dolla and Kanye.
I mean, honestly, Kanye's last album was really good.
I don't want Kanye on it. Just give me Ty Dolla R&B album. 10 tracks, Kanye produced.
I was about to say, it could be Kanye produced.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just straight Kanye.
Or maybe Kanye
No
hooks.
Kanye raps. Just Kanye beats.
Kanye hooks?
No. Just give me Ty. I just want Ty. I want a full-on R&B from Ty Dolla on Kanye produced beats.
Donda was a great album.
I only listened to it like twice. And
that's
then I
sad.
never listened to Donda 2 because that's the one that came out with the like fucking thing you had to buy, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny about Donda 2? So Apple Music has the feature where you can just listen and then it eventually starts playing random music. There's songs of Donda 2 scattered across Apple Music.
Just like Lucy's?
Under random artist names, random album covers. I'm gonna show you one.
That?
I just heard the song. I would just hear it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I never heard this Kanye song. And I look at my phone and it's just like some random album cover.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna show you an example. I'm gonna show you an example on my phone, like so you can physically see it. But this is a song right here. Sorry, guys. I'm just gonna show Frank this real quick. It's loading. It's taking forever. This is a song from Donda 2. You ready for this? The name of the album is called Happy Single, and the artist's name is Childish Leo.
And the song is Happy.
It's a song from Donda 2. It has Future and Kanye West on it. And it has a white girl as the album cover. And that's all over Apple Music. There's just random songs that aren't released.
And just one day you were just listening to your music.
And that shit came on.
A Donda 2 track came on. You just looked at your phone and seen that it was a little white girl on the cover.
I'm snitching right now. Hardcore snitching, but...
That is crazy. Yeah. I don't know if that's legal or not.
It's not.
It can't be. Mm-mm. Someone had to do that, like...
What's crazy is that like it goes into the algorithms and somebody picks it up and now like I listen to that shit. And that's a fire ass track, by the way.
It sounded hard already. I was like, hold up.
Yeah. But long story less long, you should go back to Donda.
Yeah.
No, like you that love like Kanye,
the first Donda you're saying.
You need to, bro. Okay. I'm surprised that you only listened to it twice.
Yeah, I only listened
to it
at the time when it first came out.
Yeah, but you were still picking like Drake's side.
And it wasn't even just that. I love Kanye. It's just he's just so lost. I don't know like what the context of his substance, the music is gonna be like. He went with the whole church thing, so for me, it's like, man, I don't know if I can go do another church album, brother.
It's not Jesus is King.
No, okay.
You gotta listen to it. You have to. You have to.
It's like I love his production, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna have me out here trying to put up my hands and
no
praise, I'm gonna pass. Yeah. Love you, Ye. Love your old stuff. It's like the same thing with Drake. It's like, yeah, people out here bitching about Drake. It's like, dog, there's a whole bunch of other shit that he already did that you could listen to. Like, let's talk about it. Did you see the clip of Jay-Z today?
No.
About so have you heard the whole shenanigan thing of the whole $500 lunch thing came up again?
The 500.
I don't know how this fucking subject matter resurrects itself every year.
Well, there's
a date, a fucking dog, or a dinner date or lunch with some celebrity. This particular subject matter comes up every year. Do you not notice that, Dels?
No, but what happened was there was a video that showed somebody screaming at Jay-Z at the red carpet saying, "Hey, I'll pick the 500,000, not the dinner with you."
Really?
And then he was like, Jay-Z's like, yeah, like I don't care. That's what his attitude was about it. Like you can tell, like he was nice, but he's like, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, nice man, fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It's actually really fucking funny. But yeah, Jay-Z. He said on the interview, I guess he had with Gil, I forget her name, Gil Knight, I forgot her last name. Gil King, thank you. He essentially said, he's like, I would pick the $500,000. He's like, but they're picking the lunch with you because of the wisdom they believe they're going to gain from you is way more worth more than the 500. He's like, I already gave you that. He's like, you guys could just go back to my old albums and listen to those. He's like, I gave you everything you need to know on there. He's like, I would pick the 500,000, just listen to my old stuff. And I'm like, damn, that's such a like whole thing to say though. Like, this is a Jay-Z thing to say. He's like, I would have just picked the 500 and listened to the albums. So like, yeah, man.
One of my favorite lines of his was like, you want to listen to my old shit, buy my old albums.
But and I was just about to hit you with that. Saying like, yo, that's the same shit like probably Drake feels. It's like, fam, I'm just trying to do what I do, even if it's relevant. I'm playing the numbers game here, fam. Like, you heard it on the track with J. Cole. I'm one away from Michael. Beat it. Like, I get what he's trying to do. So for me, it's like, I can't be mad at him. I love him still regardless. Still one of my favorite all time. But if it's like Hove, I didn't find. Remember when Kingdom Come came out? We was all in your crib mad. We dropped that bitch on your big speakers. We was mad as fuck when that came out. We was like, Lost Ones is type hard. Okay. What's gonna come on this shit? Lost Ones? What we about to get? We about to get more. Hove is back. Name thing. Hove is that. We got on that shit. We was like, yeah, man. Hove should have stood back. I remember that shit.
The comeback album was
that was bad, dog. But at least he followed it up with American Gangster, and that was good.
Yo.
But yeah, Kingdom Come, man.
The comeback album with this nigga in the cover like this.
With the hat like that was sick nasty, bro.
Yeah, Last One was hard though, not good for it.
Last Ones was super hard, bro.
Yeah, well there's a lot of terrible songs.
There's a lot of bad songs now. Even though real Hov fans are like, you bugging. That album's great. No, I don't care. I love Hov, but now I can tell you that album fucking sucked. Yeah, anyways. I don't even remember how we even got there. I was just trying to say, like, what made me feel old. That made me feel old. And another thing is, we're coming across now, the time where Halloween comes up, and I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember till you guys mention it. And it's like, oh, shit, Halloween. All right, well, what are we doing this year? What last-minute thing we're going to figure out somehow? This year doesn't seem like...
Hey.
This year doesn't seem like that is the same
This year's what's going to take is going to take a Steph Curry half-court 3 at this point. Because we're
You're
running.
the only one who can shoot that, though. You got to shoot the 3 for the game.
Elaborate. I don't care about my business being out there. What's up?
I'm just saying, you possibly have the tools and capability to persuade certain individuals to possibly throw a little shindig of the old Halloween feast at their house. Don't know who. Won't say where. Well, all I know, there's possibilities that the rest of us can't make happen, Delson. Only you.
I'm not sure who you're alluding to, but we'll talk about it after the cast. And whatever needs to be done for the team, I will do it.
Whatever
you know why?
For a good time.
Because I'm a real one.
I'm a real one that needs a good time. Even though last year you got roofied, right?
Yo, fuck that. Don't remind me.
You got roofied. You got treated as like a fucking...
I got roofied.
Like a mangled bone. Like when a dog has his own bone they just finished fucking up. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like you give a dog like bone with some meat on it. Mm-hmm. They fuck it up. They're still fucking it up even though it's clean. Mm-hmm. That's what you were last year.
Yeah.
I felt so fucking scared.
Definitely got roofied. And then after that, a 6 foot, 260-pound man was ravished and stuck in a corner by allegedly a 5'2" person.
Horny.
It wouldn't let me leave, and it was a rough experience for me.
Scarred
me for life.
I won't lie, brother. I seen in her eyes rape. Literally, I seen in her eyes. It was like, dude, if I leave my brother here alone, you're getting a shocker.
A shocker? For me?
Yeah.
But where the first two going in? Because a shocker means two somewhere to one
it's
another.
The reverse. The 2 in the bum.
What in the Peter? Yo, they put one in the Peter. Dog.
You would have been sick, boy.
Sick? I would have been dead as I was.
You'd have been hot 38. You got a shocker in the crib. Ooh-wee. But anyways, yeah. Halloween is literally, next week coming? We are literally supposed to have an episode on the day of.
Well, no, we record on the 30th, typically on Mondays.
My bad. Either way, did you get the girls anything like to wear for Halloween?
Trolls.
Trolls, the little cartoon trolls, the ones from the movie?
So, Mia wants to be the villain.
That's
Barb.
crazy. That shit is like a thing, right, D? Like, I'm saying, like, it's relevant again. When we were kids, they were just like these little ugly-ass toys.
They're not related.
Oh, they're not?
They look very similar, but they're not like... There's like a storyline and all that shit. They're not like the same thing.
I literally thought that was the same thing. They just took that bread and just revamped it, and now it's like cool again.
Maybe it is, but they're not related as far as storyline. So
okay. I don't know the story, so...
Trolls World Tour is the most recent movie.
Yeah.
And the villain is named Barb, and she's like rock. And she's taking over all the other genres, like of music. Country, pop, fucking even Headache-a-Thongs in it. They like take over all the shit.
That's funny.
And they're rock, and Mia wants to be she wants to be Barb, like the one that takes over all the other fucking band, all the other music.
So she's like the villain?
She wants to be the villain. And then Luna's gonna be Poppy, which is the good, like the protagonist.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. It's funny that you said that. We literally just bought the costumes today. It should arrive in the next few days.
Hey, that's lit. They want it to be that, or that was like y'all did?
No. Mia straight up said, "I want to be Trolls and I want to be Barb."
That's so awesome.
So the my two kids are gonna do, it's two characters, and T's other two kids are gonna be the other two character controls. So whatever Mia wants to do, I'll let Mia run that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna fight with her.
That's cool though, bro. That they actually like come to you now and want their own, have their own concept of what they want to be for Halloween.
For sure,
it's awesome. That's so dope.
It makes it a lot easier too, because back in the day, my mom used to just get me ninja shit and like fucking Batman and Superman. There was one year, Brian, the shit. I have to find it, like, but there's a picture.
What if this year I wanted to be a Powerpuff Girl? Like, what if I wanted to be Buttercup? Because she was the toughest fighter. I didn't get that choice.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So it's cool that kids can choose for themselves these days. Some of us, we didn't get to be what we wanted to be.
Yeah. Brian was Superman, and he had like a fake curl, but he never wanted to.
Appropriation.
He never wanted to be like a Powerpuff Girl. So I'm sorry you couldn't be Buttercup, Frank. I don't know exactly how I feel about what you just said, but sorry.
You never wanted to be one of the Rowdy Rough Boys?
No. So did you want to be Wonder Woman or something too?
No.
You sure?
Yes. Oh man, if anybody has Halloween plans, please let us know. We ain't got shit going for ourselves.
I'm about to throw a party.
What would it be like lit right now for us at our age? Just another like shit like last year, right? Like a little.
No, the best thing for Halloween is somewhere where we can go safe, all drink, and all get home safe. That's the most lit thing we can do. Because to me, I don't think that being downtown is lit.
Yeah.
I think that's just a problem waiting to happen.
Agreed.
I don't think to be in at strangers' parties is lit. Shout out to Roofies. And I just think that being where I know
a stranger's crib, we knew the person.
There were strangers there, and if I see anyone, they're gonna catch hands and feet.
And you were in quite the predicament. Then I tell you that. Not many of you could weave out of that one.
Hey man,
getting drugged in the middle of the battlefield, where like literally all your enemies are just sighted around you, and you're like low on ammo. Dude, I don't get how you did that one. You came out literally like after a war. Someone had to hold you to take you to your car because he was just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if we just got out the fucking Civil War here and you just finished leaving a huge fight. You like, you're tired, down bad, got a couple wounds, but you're okay. You're all right. It's just you went through it that night.
The Battle of Normandy?
Yeah. That's what that was. It said it was like the battle for Delson's cock.
I hate you, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, man. But hey, look, I'll be honest. I'm with whatever.
We will have to pick somebody's gonna have to be the innocent victim, and we're gonna have to take over their crib and just.
Well, Alexis was like, nobody's going to want to come here because of us drinking and shit. I'm like, yeah, nobody's going to want to fucking go all the way smack like that. It's different if we're in Orlando. Yeah, man. This is when we just talked about it before the episode. It's like, this is probably a clippable moment. Try to be, okay, a little bit more personable in high school, everybody. We know you get friends, and I know me and Delson are a rare case where you're friends for 19, 20 years. It's rare. But it's okay to get other friends, because maybe if one of us would have tried to get other friends, we might have plans this week. We might have actual fucking plans for Halloween. So learn from us, all right? Youngins out there, you want to be down with your gang. That's okay. But try to find other people who might be able to help you and the gang.
I'm not going to back that up.
Why not? You guys used to do it all the time. You guys used to talk to girls, especially Brian. You used to talk to a girl, she about to have a party. And we would pull up with 8 people, even though it was supposed to be you and Brian or some shit.
Yeah, that was lit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, It only worked during
But I don't back it up because...
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's because ever since Brian's been cuffed up for all these years, we haven't had any other avenues?
You guys got it wrong.
Okay. Why?
The reality is, it's because all y'all motherfuckers locked up. There's only one single person. There's only one person that can. It's your Lord and Savior is me. There's nobody else.
Yeah. I mean, and then at this point too, like
you gotta think about it.
I work from home, so where would I even socialize with people myself?
I've been trying to make a friend group B.
No, I love them. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, they're right now they're not throwing anything.
They are on the day of.
The day of, which is Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, I think. Yeah.
So we're more so trying to figure out something for the weekend.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why
like when everybody's able to do something.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man. For me, I like Halloween, and I do wish I missed this when I missed your crib over here in Orlando.
Oh my God, would have been through a party
back there, bro. That was.
I'm almost even willing to throw a party here. I don't give a fuck.
I thought you said they started bitching.
Who said?
I thought you told me they were like, because the last time we was here, they bitched at us or some shit.
No, that's never happened here.
Oh,
never.
Okay, I don't know. Somebody said something like that one time. We was at the
Nah, bro, that wasn't my house.
Like I don't know if it was our music or some shit. I know that.
Oh well, there's no medicinal in buildings in this thing.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said. Okay. That's what they complain about.
Mm-hmm,
right.
Mm-hmm. Not to me, but just in general.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't even have. I actually wanted to dress up this year, and then I had no motivation because I knew we didn't have nothing to really do.
I wanted to
do like one of the Demon Slayer costumes. So
you know what's funny is that I want to be Nanami
from Jujutsu,
but I can't find a costume to arrive in time.
I thought you said. I'm like, you could do that one yourself, bro. That should be hard.
The glasses is really what is going to be tough. That and the tie. Look, they're on Amazon.
That's so cool.
But they arrive in November. It's crazy.
Damn, right? That's dope that they got them on Amazon like that. I wanted to get my actual costume off Amazon too. Yeah. And then I was like, all right, I don't got nowhere to go, and I'm not going downtown.
They even got the knife.
Oh, that's hard. Mm-hmm. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon literally sells all the most random shit, bro.
For sure.
All the most random shit. Oh, man.
But yeah, man, I mean, Halloween's going to be interesting. I don't know.
I don't know,
We'll see. Hopefully, I can come in the clutch and figure something out for us all.
Hopefully, one of the old hoes pull up.
I miss the old hoes.
Miss the old days when I used to not give a shit. All right. Halloween's on the precipice here. So I don't know how the town's going to be, but if you are out and about, please be safe.
Yep.
Be responsible. Have fun. Try not to, do anything that I wouldn't do, which is not very much. But yeah, enjoy another year of Halloween. Hopefully, if we have any ideas or have any plans, we might see y'all in the streets. Show love. Aside of that, yeah, what else, D? What else is on the come up here?
Basically, hip hop's dead.
Like white lady hands.
So hip hop's dead. What else we got?
Hip hop's dead. Oh, let's talk about it. NBA season on the horizon. The NBA season, as you can see for all our YouTube viewers, this time of the year is the most wonderful time of the year. No, it's not baby Jesus' birthday that we're talking about. We're not talking about the old genocidal holiday and Thanksgiving. We are talking about a real time of the year that brings people together, whether that's in solidarity or that's in opposition. But opposition, sometimes it's fun. It doesn't always need to be violent. And in this case, it's not. Well, yeah, football it is, but the rest of them, it's not. The NBA season's back, which means this particular time is the peak moment for sports in a sense that all cylinders are firing, Delson. Mm-hmm. We have the MLB playoffs, which nobody cares about because Yankees, Red Sox not in it, and the Dodgers choked again, just to let you know.
Nice.
That's going on. I know people love that. NFL season full effect. Great season so far. I know you're happy about your Pats win this week. Even though
fuck the Bills. Bitch ass motherfucker.
Pats won this week, and NFL's in full effect. Great season so far. And the NBA season's back tomorrow, or this week to be precise. Excited about that. So, of course, wanted to get my brother Delson's thoughts. One, because he actually joined us this year in fantasy. So, before we go into NBA, I wanted to ask, what is it about fantasy that gets us guys really riled up?
Because it lets you be excited about a Thursday game at 7:30 p.m. against the Utah Jazz and the Phoenix Suns. Otherwise, you wouldn't give a fuck about that game. True. But now you're paying attention because you got a player that's playing, and if he gets 4 threes, you're going to be up against fucking your buddy.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why fantasy works, because it gives you interest on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, that is a super fact. And on top of that, like for me, it's like in my head, I kind of feel like a coach GM. Like I feel like I'm being a GM coach, even though I'm not, because I ain't running no plays or nothing, and it's really just luck of the draw. But I like fantasy because like when I don't know, for me it's like when a player that I picked that nobody else picked does good, I'm like, see, nobody's seen the potential in him, and even as stupid as that sounds, when I really think about it, I think about like how that is probably how scouts and like actual GMs probably feel. Mm-hmm. Like when they pick somebody and that person probably balls out in the league, they look at themselves like, oh, they probably like fucking get like a euphoric feeling like, oh yeah, fucking pick the right guy or something.
But don't overdo it though, because like for example, like Tom Brady. This is like the best example that I have for you. They picked Tom Brady in the 6th round, and then like Bill Belichick or whoever decided to pick that pick, they're like, oh yeah, got him. Look at his career.
Let me get another 6th rounder.
No, but then he OD'd. So it's like, damn, that means that I was dumb as fuck. If I would have known, I would have picked him in the 1st round.
I see what you're saying.
He overplayed his 6th round to the point where he was like, not a 1st round. He was the number 1 overall pick. That's a good point. What I'm saying? Yeah. So like, don't gas OD. Yeah. Just like do better than we expect you to do. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, well, yep, that's a little bit of a feeling I get from fantasy. Either way, I don't know what it is. Do you think, I was also thinking about this, and color me ignorant, do you think there's an all-women's, like, football fantasy league?
I'm sure there is somewhere. There's a pocket for everything, bro.
Right.
I just watched a video.
Like, it was just hard for me to sit there and be like, damn, is there, like a league of, like, 10 women who just fucking full-on football drafted out, just sat there together like, you know, like dudes do it, stank it up, you know, probably didn't watch the coach just to be a part of the guys type shit feel.
That's how you get down. When you want to chill with the guys, you don't wash
some
your ass.
We'll do exercise and sports, and we'll go on with the draft next to each other because nobody gives a fuck the other person's showered next to them or not. We're dudes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, thinking like that's like the same ambiance in a girls' draft. But they're like, oh yeah, bitch, I didn't clean my ass. I don't care.
I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about this at all.
You don't know how you feel about all girls draft? Yeah,
but for me so there's a pocket for everything, bro. Yeah. Before you got here, bro, like I was, doing what you do on the toilet. You just chill, start scrolling on your social media feeds, and I saw. Not only did I see a live dual pan, like meaning like 2 cameras showing the board and showing faces of a Yu-Gi-Oh battle. Okay, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card battle.
What?
With a crowd. With announcers.
That's fire.
And what they were showing was.
Can you send that to me?
I'll have to go back and look. There was somebody that got Exodia on the board. And the crowd got hyped like they knew what was coming. Like,
oh, so they showed each player's hands, but the other players can't see each other's hands or something like that?
Well, no, they were showing like a live play like you're watching Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
And for those that don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game based on an anime that it's
old card
game. But the fact that there's a crowd, there's announcers, and there's players with produced video of Yu-Gi-Oh card games, that means that there's a place for everyone in this planet. Like there's a place for literally anyone. So for you to assume that there's no all girl league for fantasy football, there is somewhere. Or fantasy basketball somewhere. Somebody has a fantasy WNBA league, and That sounds boring, but
yo, okay. Just because you brought it up, you're a dick. Actually, the finals was kind of interesting. I watched the WNBA finals, bro. I was watching it. It was kind of interesting. Them girls is very skillful. I will say that.
Can I pause you real quick?
I will say, let
me pause you real quick.
Getting a
you're gonna say something good
on a fucking nice move is like something so deflating. Like these girls will hit each other with the do something crazy, hop step, and you waiting for like the hop step, skang, and it just be like, like that's what they'll do a nasty move D, and it'll be like a floater, not like a dude like trying to yam it or like go up strong. And I know it's women, and I know more than ever now there's more women that can dunk, but it's my first time ever watching the WNBA games like full on, and it is that part is like getting to the end of a story, and then like the ending, you're getting to the conclusion, and it's so good, and then the end is just super flat. Just not what you expected.
Never in my entire life.
Still goes in though.
So I've been watching sports my entire life, and I've been talking to people about sports. I've been talking to people about players of sports, and sports has been around me my entire life, and never ever has somebody watched a game, enjoyed the game, and said the game was interesting. Never. Never in my 32 years of life has anybody said, yo, that NFL game was interesting.
Well,
yo, that Super Bowl game was interesting. Never. So, Frank, what you're telling me, that shit was ass. That's fine. That shit was certified dookie. That shit was ass to watch. You're watching the game in slow motion. You haven't seen a little bit of excitement, no speed. They're doing layup packages no, it's just not it.
It's just a lot of moves that they do, like they play, okay. The women players understand their limit. Like when they're playing, you could tell they understand what they can and cannot do. You know what I'm saying? So watching it is funny because I know what the men in the men's league could do. So what I see, how I think a player should finish, you know what I'm saying? How a finishing move should be at the rim. The women would do something mad unorthodox because it's only what their physical ability is able to allow.
It's unorthodox for us to watch the NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's just like if you're in a men's practice, your coach would probably yell at you for some of the ways you're going at the rim off these attacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say? I'm not even trying to be like demeaning it or anything. It's just watching the game for so long. I've watched the men's sports and my first time ever watching WNBA. Again, I did enjoy
What's the competitive nature like? Like, do you feel like they're very amped and competitive, or are they just kind of just playing?
I don't know, bro, because, like, I'm going to be honest, like, it was Las Vegas versus New York. That's kind of really why I watched it, because I was going for the Liberty. But, like, the Vegas girls was, like, they're the champions. They won again, obviously. There's 2-time champs. But they look like bitches that been through some shit.
What's that mean?
Like they learned how to play ball in Rosemont, Pine Hills. Like they've been through some shit. And the girls on the New York Liberty team, like they look like they just all played regulated basketball at Lakemont in like Winter Park. So like watching the game, I was like, this looks like what it used to be like when it would be Maitland versus Winter Park versus Edgewater. Like,
so what you're telling me is like the Liberty was Adam Sandler, and
yes.
Las Vegas was Michael Irving in Longest Yard?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
1,000%.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they were competitive. They were trying to win.
It was competitive.
Because that's my biggest issue. If I watch a game that's not competitive, I don't enjoy it.
Nah, her name is Christine Stewart. She's like the girl version of Kevin Durant, bro. Stupid nice. But the nicest girls in there be the lesbian ones. So I'm like, damn, see? Is they really a girl? When they wanted to be boys all the time? I don't know. Either way, it was good. NBA season. Dels, where you got your Boston Celtics finishing this year?
I really have high hopes for them this year, man. They're stacked now.
Stacked is an understatement.
Yeah, Boston is stacked now, though. So,
like, if they don't make the finals, bro, even with Milwaukee getting Dame, You might have to go ahead and trade one.
I think it's one of the biggest things for me is like I really think that this is the year that it's gonna make or break Tatum's career trajectory for his legacy. All that. Brown. But I mean Tatum specifically because I've always felt like Jaylen Brown has played in tough moments. When they were in the final against the Warriors, Jaylen Brown was still playing. Tatum folded, and Tatum last year same thing. Yeah, so if he doesn't, this is his third chance and his last chance to step up and be the alpha. If not, I don't know, bro. Like, that's one of those things that I don't respect at all. Like, if I want to have a player on my team, I need to have a dog on my team. Period.
Okay. All right. So where do you see them ending?
They have to finish
finals. You got them in the finals.
They have to finish either. Like
if you were a betting man right now,
finals, bro. It has to be finals.
Your Celtics in the finals.
Has to be in the finals.
Okay.
Because Eastern Conference against the Bucks. If they lost to the Bucks,
so I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, those are the only two teams. Unless Miami has another fucking Cinderella season.
I wouldn't be mad if they lost to the Bucks. To be honest with you, but there's a lot of season left.
I think Boston's better than Bucks.
I know they are. I know they are on paper, but how that team is going to come together is very
you could be good on paper and not good together.
People can get hurt. We don't know. So based on all that, and then I'm really curious how the team's going to shape up without Marcus Smart. He's been there for a long time. He's been a really important piece. Although they got Drew Holiday, it's just not. I love
Drew Holiday, bro.
It's to be determined.
I think he's better. I'm be honest.
He can score way better. He's a great defender.
He's bigger than Marcus Smart. He can score better, dog.
But he's further down the line.
He ain't that Draymond spice like Marcus Smart. Like Marcus Smart, he's a feisty, spicy player.
Mm-hmm.
Tatum's not like that. Brown is not like that. Brogdon's not like that.
Brogdon's not on the team anymore.
Oh shit, I'm bugging. He is on Portland now. Drew Holiday's not like that. None of them like that. So that's the only thing I know they're going to be missing from Smart. But other than that, nah, I got high hopes for Boston. I got Boston in the finals too. I agree with you. On the East side, Boston in the finals, 1,000%. If it's not for my Nets.
Ain't no way.
Oh yeah, you seen Ben Simmons with the fade?
With the fade?
Did you see that?
With a fade what? Like the haircut? No. Bitch, he got no fade.
You see, bro, that shot was... that shit was ugly as fuck,
wait,
bro.
He did a little fader in the paint?
He did it like a two-step back down, hit the fade, the shit looked like this.
And where'd it go?
It went in.
It went in?
Splash. I'm like, oh, my son got a little shot. Remember like 2 years ago, he hit a 3 in the corner. Everybody went crazy. Thought he was about to have the best year ever since like fucking Jordan.
Motherfuckers' heads blew up like they seen Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, Simmons is not next Klay Thompson.
You gassing it.
All right, who you got in the West? Who you got in the West? Come on.
What I got in the West?
Who you got in the West?
What I got in the West? I don't know. This is like a cheap pick, but the Nuggets.
It's not a cheap pick because a lot of people picking the Nuggets.
Like the Nuggets, like what have they done in the West to compete with the Nuggets?
Well, the Nuggets. People would say the Nuggets got worse only because they lost a few people like Jeff Green and Bruce Brown. But you still got Jamal Murray. You got Joker. Like that's all you need.
Joker.
Yeah, that's all you need.
They just have to be able to stay healthy.
So you got him over Phoenix, who now has KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal.
Not enough ball to go around. That historically, that's never worked.
Okay, and then you also got him over the Lakers. When the Lakers just revamped up on a pretty good team, man.
Yeah, but the Lakers got to consider something, man. Age is not their friend.
Or injury. Yeah.
Age is never been injuries is packed into age.
Yeah.
Injury is not injuries, age, like rest, like all that shit.
Say we turned the injury settings off this year. What would you? No injuries to no team.
The Lakers can do really well. They'll be third when the season ends, second or third. I can see that.
Okay.
I can see a world where that exists, but at the same time, they don't care about they only care about the postseason. You've seen it year after year. They only care about the postseason. No, you're right. They just want to make it in and hope for the best.
Like he just drives on like 40 for the whole year, and then when he gets to the playoffs, he's like, all right, let me put the NOS on.
Yeah, he just
empties the whole tank until he can't go no more. That's so true. I would agree with you with Denver, but I want to go a little spicier. I'm gonna go with Phoenix, man.
You think so?
I think Phoenix is gonna have the Frank Vogel effect, where Frank Vogel comes in the first year and they go to the finals and they win it, like they did the Lakers in 2020.
This is what you got to remember.
But I do agree with you. Like, one, you're right. These are three players that need the ball in their hand. Two, well, maybe not KD, but the other two definitely do, and they're not playmakers. Two, that team is like fleshed out with like a bunch of you and me on it. Like they got like a bunch of third string players.
I mean,
outside
that's
of
not
the starting
really...
five is like 3 stringers, dog.
Let's use another similar example. This is an extreme example, but this is the closest example that I have.
Okay.
The Miami Heat with LeBron, Bosh, and Wade,
Yes.
right? They had scrubs next to them, but they made the scrubs look good.
Good, yep.
So that can happen in Phoenix. This is not the same team. They're not as good as that Miami Heat team, but at least they have a lot of pieces. Like they have those pieces, and then they can just make everything else look at least decent.
Yeah.
Also, we can't be disrespectful and forget the Warriors, bro.
Yeah.
They got CP. That's gonna be interesting. They got Curry. They got Thompson. They're gonna be
it's
okay.
It's only size with me that I have a problem with them.
They've never had size ever, and they won championship after championship.
Yeah. But I am with you too in the sense of age, like how much age is gonna have a factor into Clay. Clay's on a contract year. Clay, he wants to ball out. I know he does, but can he is the problem. He was okay last year. Draymond Green had a great year. Just got signed. He's older now. You got your last big contract. How much passion? Even though, no, let me not disrespect Draymond like that. That man plays with love every game. So I can't say that. But yeah, you're right, D. Let's not count out the Warriors. At the end of the day, it can't count them out. I just don't think they have this. If they meet like the Lakers or Nuggets in the playoffs, I think they're in very, very bad shape. Maybe everybody else they could probably beat, but not those two.
If they meet the Nuggets, it's a wrap.
That's what I'm saying. Like, or anybody big. Like Anthony Davis destroyed them last year.
Mm-hmm.
It was just fucking looked like a bully ball. Okay, so underdog for Dallas Warriors. Underdog for me. I'm gonna go underdog for me. I feel like the underdog. If I was to choose an underdog, it has to be like Warriors is a good underdog, even though they're kind of not. But like
in the league in general, you're asking me?
Yeah, like I was taking your Warriors pick as like your third pick if the other pick didn't work out, like your crazy pick. So like my crazy pick was my first pick is Phoenix, but if I had to pick a team that I think could make it possibly off the rando, right? I guess the Bucks, right?
But that's not random. They got Dame.
Yeah, they're a championship favorite. I guess you're right.
But who's going to be a surprise pick if they're going to do significantly better than you would assume?
Oh, if I had this is unbiased. I think Brooklyn. I really do. I really believe Brooklyn is about to be a middle of the pack team, like fourth at best, bro. I really believe that in the East. So I don't know if that's going out on the fucking limb here, but because it's the East. But either way, I think the Nets are gonna be pretty good, man.
Yeah,
but it does feel like another one of those years where it's like 3 major contenders, and then like everybody like roll the dice. Like it's still Boston, Bucks, and then I guess now Nuggets.
What do you think?
Like it's always Boston, Bucks in the East. Like it's always them two. Philly maybe here and there, but then like in the West this year, it's just like the Nuggets and Lakers for sure, and then everybody else like, oh, I don't know. So
Nuggets, Lakers, who else? I mean, Phoenix. You mean?
Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix.
What do you think's gonna happen in San Antonio?
Dog, I'm actually gonna watch some San Antonio games. I'm interested in Wembanyama. I really am. I think he's gonna be as good as they're saying. I really do, bro. When I was watching him play the preseason game versus the Warriors, and he was blocking 3-pointers from like jumping 3 feet away. I'm like, bro, that's going to make people scared to do natural basketball things, to shoot a spot up 3. Even if he's 3.5 feet away from you, you're going to second guess it because of how tall he is and how I know what you was trying to get me.
You saw
how high his reach is.
Mm.
You thought he was going to get me, huh?
That boy was caught slipping. I was like, oh, let me see what he got.
You should have never gave me the look because you probably would have caught me. If you didn't give me the look, you probably got me. Yeah. But yeah, I'm very interested in the Spurs this year, man. I'm interested in the last 2 years. I've been interested in the NBA in general, all teams. Like I just like watching it competitively, and that's how it's been for me for the NFL this year. Like this is probably the most I've been involved with. Like I watched the whole Eagles game last night because I thought it was a good game.
Yeah,
it was a good game. I was like, oh shit! Like I don't know much about these teams, but they've been talked about. Let me watch them this year. I know Philly made it to the championship, and everybody's raving over Miami. Watching that game, I couldn't tell you much outside. Miami looks like a fucking, I don't know how to explain it, like a really nice finesse team. They just don't got the strength to fight, like to go against other NFL players.
I'll tell you what it is if we're going to go into the NFL.
Maybe because I just think Tyreek Hill's so damn small. I don't know.
Well, you have to understand, there's two things about the Miami Dolphins. Number one, their offensive linemen they're not good. So they throw it really quick. If you're watching them, they throw it instantly.
That's what they do.
And then, they throw it and they have really great skill players. They have Tyreek Hill, they got Waddle. Those motherfuckers are great. Even the running back, Moser, whatever the fuck's name is.
Facts.
They're great, right? So he just has to dump it off to them, and they have, most of the time, made most of the plays. So that's number one. So they dump it off really quick. Number two is they still haven't beat a team with a winning record. Winning record, and they're going into the toughest patch of their season. So right now,
really see what type of people they are.
Correct. The Patriots already played their toughest patch of their season.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their first game was Philly. I forgot that.
We played
Kansas.
Philly. We've played Philly, Buffalo, Cowboys, all winning records. The Dolphins we've already played. The Jets, one team we beat.
It would be us.
Yeah, and then you said the Eagles already, but we play Kansas City later in the season. But long story less long is that, with that being said, a lot of people was taking this fool. Like people are being fooled by it.
Yeah.
Yep. They dropped 70. That's crazy. They dropped 70 is crazy, but they're a finesse team, and when people punch them in the mouth like Philly can do, it didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
It didn't look good. The game was closer than it should have been, but it didn't look good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I took away from it. It looked like Philly was a bunch of grown men playing against a high school team. Just like man strength. You know what I'm saying?
There's something about going up, right? And you get hit. And this is, I'll never forget it because I saw the documentary on the Patriots winning the 2001 Super Bowl. I know I bring them up a lot, but there's a purpose to it. Like when their game plan was hitting the players in the mouth, like just hit them. And when you hit them as hard as you can. There's something to that. They just don't, they're not going to be as excited for the next ball coming over the middle. They just don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
Get blown up again and get blown up again. That's the way to play for me.
Is it almost a mental psyche thing?
Bro, for sure. Imagine it's the same thing in NBA. If every time you go up, you get a hard foul by their fourth string fucking center.
You're not going to want to go up.
You're not going to want to go up every time.
Yeah, you're going to pass it off somewhere.
You're just going to, either that or you're going to wince at the contact. Interesting. You see that layup go in after a nice cross Euro step and you say interesting after it?
Or not.
And not even that in the finals, which means it's the best of the best.
See, to stay with that too, bro. Back to my point of like, you watch the NBA and they do sick shit in the way they finish. You're like, oh shit. Fam, it really, I know I'm being funny, but it be that. It'd be like, they be like hitting the Euro and they'll do the Willie air ball layup over the backboard. I was like, oh shit, Shorty crossed the fuck out of her, did that? I could make this league, B. They just mad fit and mad fast. But if you get me in there, I'm going to hit one of them layups.
Yeah. They're just,
they'll probably smoke my shit.
Yeah, for sure. They'll cook all of us.
Facts.
But I still think it's hilarious.
No, it was funny as fuck. Yeah, either way. That is being Delson's NBA season predictions.
Yeah. So we got the winner.
Who win? Oh, we didn't say who wins. Who I think wins the finals?
Yes.
So I have Phoenix, Boston. I'm going to go I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Phoenix. Just because I know you're gonna go Boston. So we could just
the thing is that
two sides of the spectrum here.
The thing is that
you got Denver and Boston.
I have Denver and Boston, and I think that it would be really difficult for Boston to beat Denver,
especially if Porzingis has to guard Joe.
I think it's going to be really difficult.
I'm going to pick amazing games from Tatum and Brown type shit.
I'm going to pick the Celtics, but with a lot of hesitation.
You think the Celtics, this team would give Denver a harder time than last year Miami's team?
Yeah, they're a more well-rounded team because they're not going to be caught off guard like they were last year because they kind of didn't respect them going into that series and never recovered.
Yeah,
and
that's a good point.
Although
that's a good point.
That was
back to your thing, right? The whole psyche thing, probably.
They went in their soft
mouth, right?
They went in there soft.
Got hit in the mouth.
They got hit in the mouth. Boston almost came all the way back and won, but they folded.
Dude, you know what I just seen yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
It was a recap of last season. And I was like, it's wild how my memory's so shot. Maybe it's because I smoke. I don't know. But like I forgot how much crazy shit. Do you remember the Derek White rebound layup to take the Celtics to Game 7?
Yeah, the Game 6, the game winner.
Yeah, I rewatched that yesterday. I was like, I watched this live.
Yeah,
I cannot believe that happened.
Yeah. And those are the
that was the moment I thought the Celtics were going to take that series.
I also did. And then we shit the bed. And then Miami went and got destroyed by the Nuggets. So
they did.
They
got destroyed really bad.
I'm glad. In 5 games, I still somebody owes me a bucket hat.
No, they do owe you. They owe you that bucket hat still.
I still haven't gotten my fucking bucket hat. The season already starting again.
Pay that up, or I ain't paying you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
Pay my dog.
Yeah, that's right.
Got nothing to do with me. Just using your beef for my come up.
That's fine. I rock with that. That's real. That's how we do it.
All right. You want to get a quick hit, D?
Let's get it.
Let me get there. Okay. Oh, actually, it's not a quick hit because we actually missed out on this topic last week. We were supposed to bring up the whole Jada Pickett Smith thing. And I know it's kind of already been dragged on, so I won't stay on it for long. But one thing I will say, like, I did have a question in reference to this, D. Because Jada Pickett Smith said her and Will have been separated since 2016, right? I guess I don't know if that's like a excuse for why she's talking the way she's talking about it, you know, Tupac in the light that she is. You know, everybody's now kind of looking at Will Smith as a simp type guy because of it. But she's trying to, like, I guess, shed light that, hey, we haven't been together since 2016. Whatever. Even if you haven't been together in 2016, and this is not just strictly about marriage, like, I think a partner in general, do you believe, like, is there, like, a statute of limitations on time that once you pass a certain time frame, like, you and that person have an understanding that maybe we should never disrespect each other?
I need more context. What do you mean disrespect?
So, like, for example, Jada Pickett Smith, right? She is essentially saying, me and Will Smith have been separated since 2016.
Yeah.
I don't get why the rift from everybody about me talking so much about Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Like, her, in her head, like, why is it wrong if I haven't been with this person since this point in time? And all of us are thinking, like, oh, they're not together, sure, but through these years, you guys definitely acted as a family, what you've shown us. Will's definitely supported you with love, whatever, even if it's in a friendship level. He's been there for you, right? Even if you're not together, you guys have kids and were married. So, the rest of us on the outside looking in are thinking she's being highly disrespectful, emasculating a man that a lot of us growing up looked at A-lister superstar male box office lead actor dude. Like, you know, Will Smith is the dude that saved us from Aliens.
Yeah.
And fucking Independence Day. Like, that's how you look at Will Smith.
A fucking American hero.
Oh, exactly. And Men in Black.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens 2. Killed them all.
American hero.
American hero. So, the question I'm asking is, like, because we believe that she's being disrespectful, and she doesn't because of the time frame that they haven't been together, or maybe she just doesn't believe what she's saying disrespectful, which is fine. Maybe she doesn't. We are looking at it like she's disrespecting someone who's shown care and love for her through everything up to this point, even though you're now telling us you haven't been together 8 years. Do you believe there's at its certain, like if you're with someone for a certain amount of time, that they're warranted your respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be moving out here or talking out here crazy because of said other person.
Okay. I'll use a perfect example, and I'll use my life as that example. Okay. Me and my ex-wife have been separated and divorced for multiple years. Mm-hmm. But I've never come on this platform and said anything to shame her or disrespect her. Mm-hmm. I would never publicly say that. What I say in a place of privacy or in a place with my people that I trust is a different conversation. Mm-hmm. What's true and what's not is it's still true and what's not true. Yeah. It's not my job to publicly shame anybody that I've been with. Right. I would never do that. Like, it's not my job to publicly shame them. Right? So for her to, and it's worse. If it was just a dude, that's one thing. If you guys just had a thing where you guys get married for a year, because a lot of famous people get married for less than a year and annulled, and then they're like on, that's another thing. But they share kids. They share kids that are public figures themselves. So not only are you embarrassing the dad of your children and your ex-husband or whatever the fuck you guys call each other now, life partners.
Yeah, life
but
partners. But
you're embarrassing your daughter and your son publicly by humiliating your ex-husband. I don't know what the fuck they call each other. Humiliating him constantly. And for you to be tone deaf enough to just think that everything that you're saying is fine, then you're just fucked up in the head. Yeah. Like, you either are narcissistic, like, you just care about yourself and what you want to express.
She's promoting a book, by the way. So
she just cares about herself and what she's trying to do. Or she just literally.
Joe Budden's like, fuck all this. I'm trying to promote a book.
Part of my fucking language, but bitch is dumb as fuck if she doesn't see it. It's one of two. She's either narcissistic or this bitch is dumb as fuck. To think that it's okay to talk like that about your former fucking life partner, whatever the fuck you guys call each other, because you guys are fucking weird. Both
so let me ask you a question. If they didn't share family, like kids, and were never married, would you be okay with that?
No.
So it's still the same thing. In general, like it's
like
wrong.
You don't purposely go and drag people's name through the mud in public like that when you're such a big figure. What I say on the confines of my home and around the people that's different. Like those are people that won't perpetuate this type of hate for people, because when you exude negative energy, you get it right back.
What if y'all like break up on bad terms?
Still
you wouldn't.
I don't think you gain any ground. Yeah, you don't gain any ground by shitting on somebody. I think the truth is better than perception. Yeah. Truth is always more important than perception, because the truth, for me, in a lot of things, is way worse than whatever people perceive it to be.
Plus, it's easier for me to live with the truth. Like, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. Like, if at the end of the day I said what I said, and if it's truthful, then I'm gonna live. Maybe Jada Pickett Smith feels that way though, D. What if she feels that way?
If there's something that we don't know, and she's just changing the perception to make herself like the villain, people that have been famous their whole lives don't move like that. Mm. They don't move with the purpose of making themselves look bad. Yeah. So she just either is dumb, or
she's just tone deaf to what's going on.
Dumb, or really, really, really just doesn't fuck with Will Smith to embarrass him like that all the time. Yeah. It's one of the two, to me at least.
And the craziest part, bro, recently, like after all this, like she just had like a whole like book party, and he was there, like supporting her head on, like right there. So for me, it's like, it was a good, and Joe Budden brought this up in his cast. He's like, yo, we all here sitting fighting Will's fight, and he not even fighting it himself. So what the fuck we doing? And it's a great point. It's like, I thought that point particularly was a greater point for like maybe how we made, like we've had, okay, I'm not going to say names, but we've had a friend who was dealing with someone who we all seen was not good for him. Okay. And that person didn't listen at all. That person continuously, I guess, proceeded a relationship with this girl, and come to find out the girl cheated, did him dirty, everything we try to warn homie about, right? At the end of the day, like, you can only tell them a few times what you believe and what you see is happening. They got to learn on their own, man. And if Will Smith likes this shit, maybe he's a fucking masochist, dog. What if he listens to Jada talk about Tupac and rubs one out? You ever thought of that?
No, I prefer not to think of men rubbing one out. It's just not my go-to.
I mean...
It's just not where I...
not where I start the old totem of issues in the relationship.
Like, that's not where I think, what if he likes this and chokes his meat to it? That's usually not where my thought process goes. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not really where I'll be at. Dude, but I get what you're saying. Is like, he's choosing this life, so why are we trying to protect him from it?
Yeah.
I get that. But at the same time, crackheads chose that life too. And they should know better. But here they are, being crackheads. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And I feel like right now, this motherfucker's a crackhead for his ex-wife. Or whatever the fuck she is.
Who you talking about? Will.
He's a total crackhead for fucking Jada. That's the mythical box and a half.
You might be actually right, dude. Jada Pickett might have one of those that we've talked about where just some women in this world have something in the... let's just say the valley of water that all women have, the temple of seduction. Some of them have, let's just say, a certain mythical aura that when you are allowed in this area, it changes your way of thinking almost.
Yo, can I tell you something funny?
You had magical lately?
No. Unfortunately, no, not at all. So we're talking about Dominicans right here and barbers.
Yeah.
So my barber's a Dominican guy, right? And he's an older man. He's like in his late 40s. Cuatro. Yeah, he's like in his late 40s, let's say, right? And he was talking, and I've been going to him for a long time. He met my ex-wife and all this stuff. He's like, yo, last time I seen you with her in here, you look like you were a zombie, bro. You didn't even look like yourself. You look like you were in a trance.
He said that to you?
Yeah, like in a Hispanic way. Like, he's like, yeah, I was in a trance with my ex-wife. And I'm, what you talking about, bro? He's like, yeah, man. Like, she used to put her toto sweat in my food. And he said it like with seriousness, like mad serious. And I'm like, what did you say? He's like, yeah, bro. She used to put her toto sweat because that controls the men. If she puts the sweat in there, it
That's
controls them.
That's what he
I
said?
shit you not. He said, he said, yo, does she prepare your meals for you? And I'm like, yeah, sometimes, but I didn't eat that shit because it wasn't good. And he was like, she probably put the toto sweat in there, bro.
Oh my god. Yo, what's up with him?
And they started cracking up. Like, he was serious the whole time. They started laughing. What the fuck?
Yo, that's hilarious, bro.
Jada put the toto sweat in Will's food,
Will
bro.
shit, and that's why he is
crazy.
the way he is, bro. It's possible. She had Tupac going crazy. She said Tupac proposed to her.
What's wrong with her?
She said that, and then she said, this was what fucked me up. She said her and Tupac didn't have chemistry. But then in another life, her and Tupac were soulmates. What the fuck does that mean?
What
does that mean?
I know exactly what it means.
What does that mean?
I know exactly verbatim. I've seen it happen.
What do you mean you see that? What does that mean?
Yo, Tupac was giving her the ROTC jackhammer. She didn't know what to do.
She was like, Mr. Krabs, did that mean like this?
She didn't know what to do.
She had no idea.
She hit her with the tombstone pile driver. She didn't know left from right, up from down. That's what happened, bro.
And that's why she said that.
Yeah, man.
Because she didn't know if she was in love with Pac or the meat. Damn, that's fucked up. See, that's also a fucked up thing. These girls don't even be knowing they like a dude or not.
Yeah.
They just
or they're
pretending
they don't.
Like, guys are more... Look. We are stupid in the sense that we're more prone to hook up with a bitch just because she got a fat ass and probably fuck good. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're willing to, like, accept the headaches that come with that sometimes because we're just that shallow of men or humans. Like, women are so different in that area, dog. So fucking different.
It's not true.
You don't think so?
No. They just disguise it in different reasons.
What do you mean? Disguise it in different reasons?
So, when Shorty keeps going back to Buddy, right? He ain't got shit going for him, right? His life's in shambles. He's just a dependent. Like, he might as well get claimed on Shorty's tax papers. Like, he doesn't have nothing going for him. But for some reason, she just keeps going back. There's only one explanation. ROTC, Jack. Come on.
Baby,
It's the only explanation, bro.
Only reason they keep coming back, huh?
Mm-hmm. When you see them, then they can't run away.
But see, like, dudes, like, we won't cry. Like, a girl would dead ass cry over a dude like that. That's crazy. Like, we'll be like, all right, peace out, bitch. We getting the next girl with the big booty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But a girl would dead cry over homeboy who ain't got shit going on.
Well, you know how estrogen and testosterone are built differently.
That is true.
I can sound like
factual biology.
I can sound like I'm being misogynistic, but your Googles will help you prove to you that I'm right. Just hit a little Google. What are some of the differences between estrogen and testosterone? A little quick Google. Go ahead. Right now that you're listening, go ahead and...
Matter of fact,
go ahead and DM
go watch
me
the movie
your
Joanna, man.
The fuck that got to do with anything?
Oh, that shows you how a man, if he was to sneak into the WNBA.
One of my favorite things ever is hearing, is it Chris Rock that said that, or was it Chappelle?
What?
That said that LeBron would drop 280 points a game in that WNBA.
Every game.
Yeah. 280 points a game.
That's
is crazy.
So fun. You're so fun, dog.
You telling me he's not going to cross over and dunk on every play?
Bro, he would be literally... To watch him, it would be so weird because he'll have a wig on.
No, he just
going
playing
crazy.
Like co-ed. Like,
co-ed?
Yeah. So he just like, he don't have even to fudge it. He can be pulling up from half court and just dunking it on fools. Yeah, you know.
I want to see that. I'll pay to see that. Just one day, we get WNBA best team versus the worst team in the NBA and play.
Yeah, in the name of equality, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. What do you think, Frank? I think that's important.
I think it's amazing. Okay. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, no, I got one last thing, I had this for you and Brian, for sure. But Brian didn't come. I'm going to have to take one dad answer.
All right.
All right, what do you think about this, D? Kim Kardashian.
No.
You already know what I was saying?
There's no Manny coming in my house. There's no Manny coming around.
I thought that was so interesting, bro.
No. If I had a son, because I don't have a son.
You hear what how Kanye reacted to it? Like,
no, I did not. I didn't hear that.
Kanye, she was scared to tell Kanye. Like, extremely scared. And Kanye, honestly, he wasn't opposed to it. He said when he met the Manny, he said, like, they talked and shit, and they was, like, playing basketball or some shit, like, catch. And, like, his son didn't catch the ball or some shit. And, like, the Manny, like, tried to, like, help him out. And he told him, like, yo, I don't want you to do that. If you're going to help raise my son, you need to have him do it like this. Like, I was like, I can't fathom that. Like, me telling another man, not to, because he's not the stepfather. You understand what I'm saying? This is a guy my ex-wife hired to be me, in a way. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm trying to say? Like, maybe I'm not rich enough to understand that, brother. Because when he said Kanye's reaction to it off rip, before he even said it, I thought, Kanye ain't for this shit. You bugging.
What do you think? Like, the thing I don't understand of all things, and this is the thing that bothers me the most, is that, is Kanye West dead? Because if he's not dead, then why the fuck does he need another male figure?
That's a great point.
Just because y'all separate doesn't mean he's not going to do his part.
Or be
you
the
think
dad.
Kanye's not going to be around?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to add a male figure just to have around the house that's young, around the age that you probably fuck, you fucking slut? Like, Come on, dogs. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, she said she wanted a manny so her son doesn't get this big woman, like, I guess, women's feminism imposed on him because they're around girls all day. Like,
it's not even that. Like,
he's like the only boy, like, out of the kids.
Doesn't even matter, bro. What that ends up teaching men, a young man at a early age, is to be empathetic. Because typically, when you're raised around a bunch of guys, it's kind of hard to be empathetic. That's what I learned from my mom, is to be better about understanding what other people are feeling. Rather than being around men all the time, you can be a little brash, a little harsh. And you're probably better off being more empathetic growing up than starting off in a different way. And plus, Kanye's not fucking dead. He's just fine. He's going to be around. He's going to be able to around and teach his son
it's
whatever.
Not like these kids are coming out saying they hate their dad.
What the fuck is going on, bro?
I don't know, bro.
And then to pull it out publicly, like, this is weird shit. People are in some weird fucking shit. And, like, the more the time goes on, the more time that I hear these dumbass, stupid-ass, nasty-ass stories, I think that, you know, the QAnon shit with motherfuckers eating babies and shit is more probable. Does this shit...
Oh, you're saying, like, the more of this shit that you hear in your head, you're like, maybe all the other shit I've been hearing is probably true, too.
It's probably true, bro.
Yeah.
At this fucking point, people are just so strange. And when they become celebrities, I just hear weird things.
Yeah, I thought that was just weird. It's not weird. Okay, yeah, maybe it's weird because I'm not used to a male being a babysitter. Like, that's never been a thing of me growing up. It's always been women. Nanny. Never heard of the term manny. Like, because usually... It sucks, but us men have a more negative view when it comes to the care of children. Like, you know, we get the unfortunate stigma because of piece of shit humans that men are more prone to commit child molestation and rape because of just what's happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that thought is already deriving from somewhere bad for me. So when she said what she said, like, the reason she said what she said, I didn't like it because exactly what you said. It's like, so then where does Kanye fit in all this? Like, is he not a dad? Is he not a male figure fit enough in your eyes for your own children? I didn't quite understand that. I understood the part like, oh, I want a male figure around all the time for the kids. But, like, then where does Kanye fit in this? So, I didn't really get that. She got some backlash for that, too. More so because it was a man, I guess.
I just think it's, if you have a nanny that's a male, that's okay. If that's what you think is the best fit for your family, that's fine. But I just don't think that the purpose of doing it should be broadcasted because you're basically undermining Kanye as a father.
Yeah.
Because he's still the dad, no matter what. Like, if my baby mom told me that she's going to have some other motherfucker around because she needs somebody to fill in some of my role, that's never going to fucking happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we're going to have a huge problem.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
No,
like, that's
especially
the reason.
if you're like a active father whose kids love him. Like,
the
your
fuck
kids
are we talking
love you.
about?
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, dog.
It's like trying to get another superstar point guard when you have Steph Curry on the team. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, let's get CP3.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Mm-hmm. All right. That's all I got, brother. That's all I have. You got anything else you want to add? That was a good episode for just you and me, huh?
Yeah, we got a little thing. We had about an hour 30, brother.
Hour 30? Wow. Damn, that might be you and me doubly the longest we haven't. Or no?
Yes.
I don't know. You would know more than me.
Something like that. No. Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you made it this far,
thank you.
If you like what you listened to or you like what you heard, go ahead and comment, like, rate, subscribe, all that shit that people can do in different places. Share with your family and friends. Follow us at Two Side Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, fucking YouTube, all that shit. If you want to follow Frank and myself, I'm at Delson__. Frank's at New God Frank. Yeah. And Brian that's not here is at Santana_McFly.
McCock.
Anything else you got for us, Frank?
I do not, sir.
All right.
I hope everybody again has a safe week because we will not be speaking to you on Halloween.
Yeah, and then ladies, send all your DMs of your costumes to Frank.
No, not me.
Stay classy.
Try to get in trouble, bitch.
Shabuya? Bye.